Premier Division meeting between the clubs. Celtic have the upper hand with 32 wins to United's 23. 20 of the matches have been drawn, though United hold the balance here at Tannadice by 4 wins. So there's the United captain Malpass playing it through to McInally. That's Petric. Long one from McInally, headed away there by Mowbray. Well, an important afternoon for both clubs. United entertaining Celtic this afternoon, then Rangers here on Tuesday night. If they can take full points from those two games, it will boost their hopes of a UEFA Cup place. Of course, they still have the avenue of the Scottish Cup open to them as well. And for Celtic, after defeat by Motherwell last week at Parkhead, they picked up 2 midweek points, so that's important for them as well. A nice sunny day here at Tannadice, but bitterly cold as Connolly comes forward. A player who's put Celtic to the sword here on a number of occasions. This is McNally, led off by Collins, who's captain Celtic this afternoon, but given away. And the result of that is a free kick. Mike Galloway getting himself involved there. So an early free kick to Dundee United. Brian Welsh has gone forward at his height to the attack. It will be Billy McKinlay to take the kick. Good shot now to Petric on the right foot. Not a bad effort. The goalkeeper getting it at the second attempt, and just as well because Paddy Connolly was racing in. Good shot from Petric.
Yeah, well, Gordon Petric here, fully 30 yards out, hits this one, bobbles along the ground. Muggleton does well to get his right hand to that and stoops on it there.
It's a header from Petric. This is Connolly, but well blocked there by Lee Martin. The referee stepping in, awarding a free kick to United just outside the penalty area. United winning themselves a few free kicks in these early stages. Carol Muggleton has already been in action. So it's Billy McKinlay playing it in, and Welsh stretching to get to that one. Well, Brian Welsh has managed a couple of goals from the centre-back position this season, but just having to stretch there, and the ball goes harmlessly behind. It's Donnelly getting the touch. It's Pat McGinley trying to get forward, but shadowed all the way by Welsh. Covered in there by Martin. Faulkner gets his head to the ball, it's off the post! And Willie Faulkner gets his first goal for Celtic. 8 minutes gone here at Tannadice. Joy for Willie Faulkner. A long ball played in, he got his head to it and come off the post, and he followed up to plant it in the back of the net. It's Dundee United 0, Celtic 1.
Yeah, it was a great first-time cross by Lee Martin here. Willie Faulkner just in behind the defender, gets his head to it, reacts very quickly to pounce on that one and slam it into the back of the net. We might have another classic encounter in our hands, because some of these games I've watched, Celtic Dundee United Celtic, are some of the best games that I've seen in the Premier League over the last couple of seasons.
McInally goes down by Vata. And Brewster gets the free kick. The challenge being made by Mark McNally on him. So can United give an early response to that Celtic goal? McKinlay drives it through. Not a bad effort at all. It's with Carl Muggleton scrambling across his line. He's not happy with his defence.
Yeah, I think that free kick possibly caught the Celtic defence on the hop a bit, expecting a cross to the back post for Brian Welsh. McKinlay tries a snapshot, a couple of yards past the post.
Lee Martin. Welsh gets in the header, touched by Cleland, but it's Collins there again. Collins getting it through. It's McGinley battling away, it's Collins. That's behind for the corner, the ball taking a deflection. It's a signal for Mowbray to move forward. Again, John Collins working extremely hard for Celtic. So it's Rudy Vata who comes across to this near side to take it. Then swing it to the far post. Mowbray gets a touch, and it's off the line there. McGinley it was who sent in the effort. Still Celtic trying to keep on the pressure. The ball holding up in the wind. This is Collins. Now it's Vata who's still out on the left-hand side. Touch on there by Donnelly, away by Welsh. United defence not looking too happy at all. Galloway's shot charged down. It's Galloway again. McKinley. Challenged there by Collins. Play on, says the referee. Muggleton's clearance, and Billy McKinley reacting well, seeing the goalkeeper well away from his goal area, decided to have a blast, and that might just have come off for him.
Well, that was good imagination here from Billy McKinley. Muggleton's got to kick this one out. It's come off on McNally's thigh. Sees Muggleton off his line and tries that one. It was a good effort.
Donnelly gets in there with Malpass. It's a free kick against the Celtic youngster. So it's David Neary to take this free kick. And United have the free now just outside the area. Connolly was impeded. Celtic players not happy with the decision. But this is a real chance now for United to get themselves on level terms. Now Muggleton gets the defensive all organised. United certainly have a few players here who can cause a problem. The referee meanwhile wants the Celtic defensive wall to retreat a bit. He's happy now. Played to Brewster, and Billy McKinley shot charged down, but it breaks away out to Brian Welsh. Away by McNally. It's Welsh again for United. Good running by Welsh, powering his way through. The ball goes behind for the goal kick. Oh, Brian Welsh linking well there, powering his way through.
Yeah, eventually here it's a nice little 1-2 that falls at Brian Welsh's feet. But once again, Mark McNally, who's had a really good first half here, positive in everything he's done.
Off by McKinley to Cleland, who was shut down by Collins. United have the throw-in now. They really do have to get some pressure going on this Celtic defence. Try and get on level terms at least before the interval.
Yeah, certainly after the early goal, we're hoping for some more goals, but it's been a bit of a stalemate since Wally Faulkner scored the opening Celtic goal.
Highland played in by Cleland. It looks as if Bowman could do something there. He sends it to McKinley. It's Bowman again. But no real problem for Carol Muggleton.
Yeah, the Celtic defence here are restricting Dundee United to very few shots. Eventually falls to Bowman, but his shot's not got enough power in to really trouble Muggleton.
This is Bowman. Switch of play now to Jim McInally, who controlled that well. This is Connolly. And he's fouled by McNally. And the referee wants a word with the Celtic defender. Well, he's played splendidly in this first half. Connolly again proving a difficult opponent. Petric over the ball, Gordon Petric. Well, still looking for his first goal since joining Dundee United.
Well, Celtic nearly very severely punished for that Mark McNally foul, and Petric didn't half thump that, and it wasn't that far away either. Certainly Celtic's tactics seem to have worked very well in the first half. McGinley playing up front in an unaccustomed role, although he knows all about scoring goals. And Willie Faulkner moved back to midfield. Of course, he's played there many occasions before for Middlesbrough and Watford, and he's had a goodies game this first half as well.
So we're now into injury time in this first half. Free kick to Celtic. It's Lee Martin to take it. Comes off the head of Petric and into the path of Simon Donnelly. All pass goes with him. And Faulkner topples. It's a penalty kick. Well, Donnelly played the ball in, and the referee had no hesitation as David Neary made the challenge on Willie Faulkner, pointing to the spot.
Yeah, I don't think there was any question about this one at all when you see it there in the camera. I mean, a clear foul by Neary on Faulkner, and the referee had no option but to award Celtic the penalty kick, which John Collins is going to take. But certainly Willie Faulkner making an impression in this first half, scored the goal playing from a midfield role, and now earned Celtic a penalty.
So can John Collins make it goal number 6 of the season? He most certainly can. It's Dundee United 0, Celtic 2, right on half-time. And the Celtic fans have plenty to cheer about this afternoon. A fine finish by John Collins, giving Guido van de Kamp no chance at all. Well, I said earlier it was a happy hunting ground for John Collins. It proves to be again this afternoon. The stand-in captain gets the second goal. Celtic on course for a European place as the half-time whistle sounds. And at last the fans have something to cheer about. It was Willie Faulkner after 8 minutes who put Celtic ahead. Lee Martin swung in the cross from the right-hand side. Faulkner got his head to the ball, it came off the post, but there he was to finish off. And then right on half-time, a foul by Neary on Faulkner. And up stepped John Collins to make the half-time score here at Tannadice. Dundee United 0, Celtic 2. For the second half. Well, Celtic took 5 points out of the 8 last season, but before kick-off today, United had taken 4 points out of a possible 6. And the only victory this season between the sides here at Tannadice, the winning goal coming from Paddy Connolly. But United now with it all to do in the second half, trailing by 2 goals to 0. We really do have to try and get something back quickly. If there is another one, it will certainly be all over. But, a good solid first half performance by Celtic, no doubt about that, in this recast side. United this afternoon have Gary Bowen and Andy McLaren on the bench. Celtic have Brian O'Neill and Brian McLaughlin. It breaks to Neary. It's Billy McKinlay. Laid off by Brewster. Good play by United. McKinley's shot, but they never quite got hold of that one. But nice linking there with Brewster.
Yeah, plays a nice one too here. Craig Brewster really has got a lovely touch. Slides that one nicely into Billy McKinley's path. Sits up for him here. Has the right foot shot, but way off target.
Bata getting the initial touch now. It's Galloway looking for Donnelly, but Malpass concedes the throw-in. Well, an interesting tussle between these two this afternoon. The highly experienced United captain and the Celtic teenager. Here they are again. And Celtic have the throw.
It's always nice to see a fresh face bursting on the scene like young Simon Donnelly, and obviously made an impression with the Celtic fans and scored 2 very important goals for them midweek.
Here he is again, getting a touch. Driven in by Martin, away by Neary. This is Billy McKinlay. Gives Martin another touch of the ball, and it's eventually gathered by Guido van de Kamp. And away now to Gordon Petric. Slack with the pass though. This is Bowman. Brewster. McAnally's away up on the left. He spotted him. But the flag had gone up on the far side. Small pass for United. That's Boyd stepping in for Celtic. Donnelly, good first touch by Donnelly, getting away from Malpass. The early cross in for McGinley, and Guido van de Kamp had to move smartly, but that was splendid play by Simon Donnelly, nipping the ball away from Maurice Malpass and getting in the cross.
Yeah, great play by young Simon Donnelly here. A lovely turn on a good left foot cross that nearly finds McGinley at the back post. Van de Kamp dives out and saves the day. A Celtic goal now would kill this game.
That was Donnelly making the challenge on Neary. And he pounces in the mistake there by Bowman. That's through for McGinley, there's no flag. And it's Van de Kamp again to the rescue. Well, slack play by David Bowman. But again, Simon Donnelly reacting quickly. He's challenging for every ball. And that could have finished the game. So United, not surprisingly, about to make a change. Andy McLaren will come on. And it's Dave Bowman who is leaving the field. Well, it's not a bad decision by Ivan Golec, because Bowman has been booked. He's given the ball away a couple of times of late, so he leaves the field after an unhappy afternoon. And on comes Andy McLaren, the under-21 international, who has 4 goals to his credit this season. Castlemoat-born lad from Glasgow. So can Celtic cash in here? It's Collins with the corner, swing it away to the far side. Mowbray's up there! That ball's over the line. Tony Mowbray for Celtic, his first goal of the season. It's Dundee United 0, Celtic 3. Absolutely no doubt the ball had crossed the line.
Yeah, well, once again a corner kick causing Dundee United problems. Collins swings this one over to the back post. Mowbray with a really powerful header, enough above Brian Welch. And a deserved goal for Tony Mowbray. He's been rock solid throughout this match.
Well, Ivan Golec says he's a Celtic fan, but he'll be sick of the sight of them this afternoon. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Aldrich. Ellen trying to force his way forward. Well challenged by Donnelly. And a good ball from Donnelly to Vata. He hits it early for McGinley. He needs some help here. And the flag is up as Donnelly come in. Collins was well forward. But again, it was that young man who began it all with some superb skill and a nice pass.
Well, he'd had quite his first half, but he's certainly making up for it. And the second half he's been quite outstanding.
This is McLaren for United. And turned well there, but he was taken out of the play by Collins. Galloway's clearance. It's McLaren. Beaten by Collins. Through for Donnelly. It's Donnelly again. Nice little touch to Pat McGinley. Batters racing through the middle, so too is Faulkner. Donnelly's there also. Still it's McGinley, driving it through. And right across goal from Simon Donnelly. Well, it was such a tight angle for him.
Well, it's McGinley that tries the shot. Once again, very poor defending by Dundee United. McGinley comes inside, Neary here, tries the shot. Van de Kamp tips it nearly into the path of Simon Donnelly, but just the angle too tight for him for that one to land in the back of the net.
That's Billy McKinley going into space for Connolly to chase. Muggleton comes right out of his area. This is McInally for Dundee United to Welsh. Connolly. By Boyd, just down by Welsh, and getting angrily involved there with Galloway. The referee stepping in, calming things down, and it's a free kick to Celtic.
Yeah, a little bit of a skirmish here between Galloway and Welsh, but thankfully both players just got up and walk away from it.
Mowbray, who floats it forward. Comes off Donnelly. This is Faulkner. Put up by Petric, and then McInally, but he sets Collins for Celtic. And the referee awards the free kick Celtic's way. And McInally angry with Galloway now. Connor making his point. Well, the referee shows the yellow card to Jim McInally. So that's a fourth booking this afternoon in this match. Bowman and McInally of United, McGinley and Faulkner of Celtic. It's Lee Martin who provides the cross. Of Faulkner. It's through now for McLaren. It was Cleland who made the pass. McLaren just giving that ball in play. Not a difficult one for Muggleton. United running out of ideas. There some smiles on the Celtic bench. These have been rarities this season. Mary for United to Petric. This is Cleland. And Mowbray concedes the free kick just on the edge of the area. He's been pulled over by the referee. A bit of a pity because he's had a good solid game, Mowbray. Just barging into that challenge on Paddy Connolly. The referee makes the defensive wall to retreat a bit. That's driven through, and that's a fine goal by Craig Brewster. United get one back.
Well, Carl Muggleton here not happy with his wall at all, but it really is a lovely left foot bender from Craig Brewster. He really does strike a lovely ball. There's not many people strike a better ball in the Premier League than Brewster.
And for Welsh. Touch and away by Boyd. And Celtic looking a bit square there, and claims for a penalty as Connolly was challenged by Boyd. The referee waving play on. This is switch of play by Brewster. This is McInally. This is Connolly. Problem for Muggleton. Paddy Connolly certainly worked hard this afternoon, but not a lot coming off for him.
Yeah, that's 4 or 5 pots from long range they've had this afternoon, Dundee United, but really only the Craig Brewster free kick finding the back of the net.
I think offside flag had gone up there, so a free kick.
I think Ivan Golak will be very concerned about his side's performance this afternoon. He's obviously got a very important game against Rangers on Tuesday night, and then that vital cup tie against Aberdeen, and he really needs to get his defence sorted out, and he might be thinking along the lines of putting Gordon Petric back in a central defensive role. He's been playing more of a midfield role today, but I think they've missed his presence and poise in the centre of the back four.
And as Petric sends that ball in, the final whistle sounds. A good, solid victory for Celtic here at Tannadice. And certainly the best performance in a long while. It's pleased the supporters, and that's the important.